All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roseburg High School's baseball field for their final regular season game. It's Bill Gray Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field on Senior Day today. And the Roseburg team would like to welcome North Medford here with us this afternoon. It is Senior Day. We're going to honor our seniors today, so we can have all the parents make their way down by the dugout. Looks like most of them are down there already. And we will announce your name, and you can be escorted out onto the field. Our first senior is Parker Burke. Parker is joined on the field by Jamie Burke and Katrina Burke, along with brothers Paxton and Payson. Second year varsity catcher and pitcher. Other sports he played, including football. He plans to play junior college baseball in the future. And one of his pet peeves is people slurping soup. He doesn't like that. Well, Grandma Burke's even out there too. Once again, our catcher for Roseburg, Parker Burke. Come on out and be recognized. Our next senior will be James Coleman. First year varsity at first base and pitcher for Roseburg. Other sports played, including football. He plans on attending UCC to study fire science and paramedicine. And joining him on the field is his parents, Joey and Olivia Coleman. There he is, James Coleman. Our next senior will be Evan Corbin. Third year varsity pitcher and first base. Also plays football for Roseburg. Plans on attending UCC to play baseball for Coach Robbins. Joined on the field is Dan and Jean Corbin and brother Ryan. Evan Corbin. Our next senior will be Noah Fisk. First year varsity player as an infielder, second base. Plans on attending OSU, there you go, to major in chemical engineering. Joining Noah on the field is his mom Ashley and her boyfriend Bill, and dad Frank and his girlfriend Rachel and his brother Graham. Noah Fisk. Next senior will be Hunter Fullerton. First year varsity player as an outfielder. Also plays basketball for Roseburg. Plans on attending UCC to play basketball and major in science. And joining Hunter on the field is parents Matt and Heather Fullerton, brother Ryan Fullerton, and grandparents Pete and Donna Fullerton. Hunter Fullerton. Our next senior will be Eli Jacobs, second year varsity player as an infielder. Other sports played for Roseburg, including football. He plans on attending trade school for business marketing and advertising. And joining him on the field is parents Christina Jefferson, mom and Matt Jacobs, and grandparents Brad and Tina. Eli Jacobs. Our next senior will be Braden Russell. First year varsity player as an infielder. Plans on attending UCC in the fall. Joining Braden on the field is Erica Russell and Chris Russell as parents, and his sister Taylor Russell and Riley Russell. Braden Russell. Plays some infield, pitch running for us. Next senior will be Austin Takahashi. Third year varsity player as an infielder and pitcher. Plans on attending University of Portland to play baseball and major in business. Joining him on the field is Trisha Takahashi and Miles Takahashi, along with sisters Isabel and Kayla Takahashi and niece Kayla Takahashi. Austin Takahashi, your senior. Jordan White will be our next senior. Third year varsity player as an infielder and pitcher. Other sports, including football, and plans on attending UCC to study fire science and become a firefighter. And joining Jordan on the field is Austin and Danielle White. And our final senior will be Jace Wilder. First year varsity player as an outfielder. Also played football and basketball. Plans on attending college or enlist in the United States Air Force. And joining Jace on the field is his dad, Troy Wilder. Ladies and gentlemen, their final appearance in the regular season as a Roseburg Indian. Hopefully, we've got some playoff action here for these seniors one more time. They all would like to thank the coaches and their parents and family for everybody involved. And we wish these guys the best of luck in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 Roseburg High School baseball seniors. Give them a round of applause, would you?
Well, and good morning, everybody. Welcome to Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field, where today the Roseburg Indians finish out the regular season with a doubleheader at home against the North Medford Black Tornado. I'm Joey Keyran. It's great to have you with us on Senior Day. For those that were watching online at 541radio.com or on our YouTube channel, you heard the seniors getting acknowledged before today's game. We'll do some of that throughout our broadcast day as well. Today's ball game is a big one. Roseburg trying to finish out on a strong note against the conference champs. North Medford clinching the conference title earlier this week. Roseburg, a tough test here, but an opportunity to try and improve things as they gear up for a postseason run. We'll talk more about that as we get into our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run of the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal, 673-7122. We've got a quick word with head coach Troy Thompson coming up here after a quick 2-minute timeout. This is the Roseburg Disposal pregame show on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to. By hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations. Top of the Hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Find everything you need to enjoy the outdoors, at home or on the road, at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our garden center has what you need to create an oasis at home, from patio furniture to plants and everything in between. And whether you're barbecuing at home or tailgating at the game, we stock the best products from Yeti, Traeger, and Weber. Stop by or shop online at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Back here for more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run of the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Roseburg wrapping up the regular season with a home doubleheader against North Medford here today. Joining us in the pregame show is Coach Troy Thompson. And Coach, well, here we go. Final couple games of the league season and the regular season for you guys. And, boy, it's amazing how fast, but yet how slow it seems like this process goes. Every season's going to have its ups and downs. And, right now, you guys are looking to try and get things right before a postseason run. Just kind of the temperature of the team and where you guys have been here lately.
Like I've said all year, they're a resilient group and continue to work hard at the skills of the game. And we had another couple good days of practice in between Tuesday and today. So nothing's changed there. Their work ethic and in practice has been very good. So we'll continue here today, like you said, with our last league counter with a very good North Medford team coming in here today on a beautiful day. So no better place to be than right here.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys have said that you don't really kind of focus on standings and the rankings and things, but as the coach who does get to worry about those things, important games for you guys here, and obviously not just because of the rankings, but because you guys want to try and be playing your best ball to try and get this team, kind of get the ball rolling. What have you guys been talking with the team about here today?
It's continuing with the same process. We've gotten good pitching in throughout the year and played solid defense and at times outstanding defense. And once again, offensively, we've been literally hit or miss. So we'd like to be more consistent offensively, and we'll have another chance here today against a couple very good arms from North to compete at the plate, and hopefully we come through with some base runners and opportunities to score, and hopefully we take advantage of those opportunities.
no better place to get right than at home. So it's nice that you guys get a chance to finish out the schedule here at home, playing in front of the home crowd here today.
Right, absolutely. We love playing at home, and like I said, sun's out. Going to be a warm one today, finally, after several months of the rain and the wet and the cold. It's nice to have a hot one here today, and so hopefully we come out and respond to playing at home and against a quality opponent, and come out and have a good performance here today.
Yeah, it suddenly feels like summer out here. It's amazing how that works.
Yep.
As you guys get ready for first pitch here at Game 1, you guys will have a moment to recognize this year's seniors. It's been a class that you've had a lot of seasons getting a chance to work with, and a program that has relied on some of those guys pretty heavily over the last couple of years. As you guys unfortunately get to this point in every season where you start to think about the future and guys moving on, what can you say about this year's senior?
Well, unfortunately, I know, big moment there. We were hopefully going to get that all in. We will replay Coach Thompson's thoughts on the seniors in between games, but backed up on our pregame show and starting 5 minutes early, so we are underway as we get this one here started from Champion Car Wash Field. Austin Takahashi on the mound for Roseburg will fall behind 2-0 against the leadoff man for North Medford, Johnny King. Appreciate Coach Thompson and his time in the pregame show, and again, we'll finish out his comments here coming up. Ball fouled away for strike one for Johnny King at the plate. King last time against Roseburg, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts in a game that Austin Takahashi started down at Jim McAbee Field in Medford. Three-one pitch. Ball 4. And it's a leadoff walk issued by Takahashi. Working quick on the mound here on a day as we get started. Sunny and 76 here in Roseburg today. One on and nobody out. Frankie Retigliano will bat.
Number 15, Frankie Retigliano.
The North Medford team likes to be aggressive. It's a first pitch, breaking ball, strike one to Retigliano. So be aware of King out at first, being held on by Jake Johnson. Johnny King at first at the plate, Frankie Retigliano. Pickoff throw to first, not going to be in time. King, Retigliano, then Aiden Horsley waiting on deck, your top three hitters in the lineup for North Medford today. Out of the stretch for Takahashi is 0-1 is fouled away. Retigliano behind 0-2. Austin Takahashi, the senior for Roseburg, 35 in the third innings work this year, making his 7th start. He's got a 2-3 record, a 2.77 ERA, 28 strikeouts, 13 walks in his time on the mound. As a throw over to first, King back in standing up, just ahead of the tag by Johnson. Austin threw 4 innings against North Medford the first time the two teams met. A win for North Medford down at Jim McAbee Field. Ball lifted towards left field, drifting back, and in front of it is Hunter Fullerton. Retire the first out here in the first inning for the Black Tornado. One away, Aiden Horsley will bat. Horsley is the center fielder for this North Medford team. Look through the rest of their starting lineup today for head coach Kerry Curtis and the Black Tornado. Jeremiah Robbins, the cleanup hitter, waits on deck. First pitch fouled back to the netting for strike one to Horsley. Robbins on deck. Trey Newman, the right fielder, will bat 5th, followed by Kellen Willer, the first baseman, batting 6th. In the 7th spot is the DH, Davis Carr. Batting 8th, playing at third base, is Colton Morgan. And in left field, batting 9th, is Easton Curtis is at first base. Johnny King, a big lead, can't get back to the bag in time, and he is picked off at first. Big pickoff move there, and King looked like a little disappointed in himself. 2 outs, nobody on. Ground ball chopper, third base side. Foul ball back behind the bag for Jordan White. That was a nice pickoff throw to first there by Takahashi. Got it there just ahead of the headfirst slide by Johnny King. 0-2 count for Aiden Horsley.
With 2 outs, he'll ground one towards second. A quick one hop to Noah Fisk, and there you go. After a leadoff walk, Takahashi, able to get through the first inning, faces the minimum. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We will go ahead and go to the bottom of the first inning. We're half inning in. It's scoreless. We'll run through the Roseburg starting lineup when we return on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Joey Kieran here with you from Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field. Let's go ahead and take a look at Roseburg's starting lineup for today, as they will head to the plate against Dominic Daffrin leading things off. Eli Jacobs, the center fielder, followed by shortstop Brooks Avery. And then Austin Takahashi, the starting pitcher for Roseburg, will bat third. First pitch, Jacobs will foul it back for strike one as we get things underway here in the bottom of the first scoreless ball game. Noah Fisk bats in the cleanup spot, the second baseman, followed by the catcher Parker Burke batting fifth. Jordan White, the third baseman, will bat sixth. As a ball up the middle, Jacobs gets on with a leadoff single, and that is exactly how Roseburg needs to start out the ball game. This team has been struggling at the plate here during a 4-game losing streak. They got to start seeing the ball find its way in play and by the defenders. And Eli Jacobs is able to do that to start off the ball game. One on, nobody out. Brooks Avery will bat as Roseburg look to go with some small ball and bunt over the runner. Colton Morgan will play in at third, expecting just that. No show of a bunt, in fact, swinging away for Brooks Avery. Bottom third of the lineup for Roseburg today, Jake Johnson, the first baseman, hitting seventh. Dane St. Clair, the right fielder, bats eighth. And Hunter Fullerton, the left fielder, will bat ninth for the Tribe. No DH utilized here today. On the mound is Dominic Daffrin, a right-hander. The 0-1 pitch. Avery does show a bunt, takes a strike. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. There we go. Here in the bottom of the first with 1 on and nobody out. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Avery goes chasing a breaking ball outside after the last pitch. A nice spot there for Daffrin on that outside corner. Called for a strike. That had Avery very concerned about that outside breaking ball, and that one tailed well away from the right-handed hitter. Righty versus lefty here as Takahashi will stand in. He takes low for ball 1. Dominic Daffrin got the win against South Medford on Tuesday earlier this week to clinch the conference title for North Medford as Jacobs goes running, a strike, and at the plate, Jeremiah Robbins behind the dish, the catcher for North Medford, unable to hang on to the baseball as he tried to get it out of the glove quickly. In safely goes Eli Jacobs to second. Jacobs, the senior, into scoring position at the plate. The senior Austin Takahashi trying to bring him around and see if Roseburg can get some positive momentum early on against North. 1-1 here from Daffrin. Squaring to bunt. That ball bounced in Takahashi takes it low in the dirt for ball 2. Takahashi batting .300 on the season, 6 RBI, looking to add to that total. His 2-1 delivery from Daffrin. He squares to bunt again, pulls it first base side, a race to the bag, slipping, throw to first, not going to be in time. Charging in the first baseman, Kellen Willer. He fielded it, turned to throw to first where Johnny King was covering, and his feet gave out underneath him a little bit. His throw late to first. I'd say put that down as a base hit for Takahashi. Up to third goes Eli Jacobs. And there's runners on the corners, just one away for Noah Fisk, who will get the cleanup position here today. Now, Roseburg still without a trio of players here today. And Noah Fisk will fill in this spot. The senior has done really well with the bat in his hands. He squares a bunt. He'll push one, first base side. It's going to bring in a run, and Roseburg's on top 1-0. A sacrifice bunt scores Eli Jacobs. Fisk pushes that down the first base side, picked up by Daffrin, who flips to first for the out there, but Jacobs scores. Takahashi moves to second. And now Parker Burke will bat. And Burke has an opportunity with a man in scoring position to try and see if he can bring in a run. His 2-out swing out towards center. It had Horsley on the run, but Horsley underneath it for the final out. Big swing there out of Burke on the first pitch. Almost had a chance to drive it towards the alley. Just not quite enough. But Roseburg will get 1 run on 2 hits. There were no North Medford errors and 1 man left on base. It's a 1-0 lead after 1 here from Bill Gray Legion Stadium on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Top of the second inning. Today's ball game has been brought to you by our pregame show sponsor, Roseburg Disposal. Give them a call at 673-7122. 1-0 lead for Austin Takahashi on the mound. He will face Jeremiah Robbins, the cleanup hitter and catcher for North Medford, who takes low for ball 1. A leadoff walk in the first inning, but a runner picked off, and North Medford only sent 3 hitters to the plate in the first. Against Takahashi, the right-hander on the mound. The 1-1 pitch. Knocked foul down the right field side for Robbins. Gives him a 1-2 count. Takahashi heading to the University of Portland next year to continue playing baseball. The 1-2. Off speed is fouled away. Tak committing just before the season started. Probably going to be used more as an infielder than a pitcher, but we'll see. Strike 3. Maybe things like that might convince the University of Portland he could be used out of the bullpen if needed. He gets Robbins looking. First strikeout in the game for Takahashi. 1 away. Brings up Trey Newman, the right fielder. Newman will be in the running for Conference Pitcher of the Year. He's had a heck of a season on the mound for North Medford. It's going to be a few guys. Takahashi split the award last year with South Medford's Cameron Sewell as a breaking ball hits the inside corner. An 0-2 count quickly to Trey Newman. Now there is an idea. Delivery of Wendy's Frosties. A pitch too far inside for Talk. 1-2 count for Newman. Somebody made the run and brought back a whole tray full of Frosties to the stadium. It's going to be a hot one today. Ground ball left side, high hop. White gets it, has some time, throw to first. Just ahead of Newman. Newman thought he might have been safe. It was bang bang at the the bag there for Jordan White, who took some time getting his feet set underneath him. Didn't get any help by that ground ball as it took a high hop off the artificial turf here at Champion Car Wash Field. And that led to a little bit longer time for that ball to find its way to White on the left side of the diamond. First pitch fouled away by Kellen Willer, the first baseman. Oh, 1 count with 2 down and nobody on. Check swing. Did he go? They'll appeal the first. The signal is no. That looked like it might have been a strike just on its own, but didn't get the call from the home umpire. And the call was no, he didn't swing. Pitch inside from Takahashi. 2-1 for Kellen Willer. Behind the plate for Roseburg that called for the appeal. That's catcher Parker Burke back there, the battery mate for Takahashi. Those two young men, as far as I understand, good friends. Played a lot of baseball together. Out at first base, Jake Johnson. Noah Fisk at second. On the left side, Jordan White at third. And Brooks Avery at short is a pitch high. Full count for Takahashi. In the outfield from left to right, Hunter Fullerton, Eli Jacobs, and Dane St. Clair. You're starting 9 for Roseburg today defensively. 3-2 pitch. Rolled over to Fisk. Scoops up, fires to Johnson. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Takahashi. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base after the top half of the second. Go to the bottom. It's 1-0 Roseburg in front on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
In baseball, home plate is always 60 feet, 6 inches from the mound. But in life, sometimes your home plate needs to move. If you're planning to move, contact BTB Moving for help. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company. Call 541-315-0122 for help with your next move. BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
Bottom of the second inning, a 1-0 lead for Roseburg. Today's ball game been brought to you by Abby's Pizza, a legendary pizza tradition. Roseburg will have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up against Dominic Daffrin, the right-hander on the mound. He will face Jordan White, who's been out of the lineup for a few games, dealing with a knee injury. You can spot the knee brace on his right knee over the pant leg. So hopefully that thing is in good enough shape to keep him going here throughout this doubleheader and then into the playoffs. A ground ball up the middle, sliding to his right. Johnny King comes up firing and will make the out at first. Not a bad ball there by Jordan White, but a nice play up the middle by King, who definitely will garner some sort of all-conference honors this year. King has always been very good defensively for North Medford. He was a second-team all-conference selection last year. Brings up Jake Johnson. First pitch, a breaking ball for a called strike to Johnson. The 0-1 from Daffron. Fouled away. While we got a break in the action, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball on The Score. Oh, 2 pitch from Daffron. Swung on and missed. Down on the strikeout for Johnson. Second strikeout in the game for Dominic Daffron.
Next batter, right fielder, number 17,
and that'll bring up Dane St. Clair, who is a left-handed batter. One of 2 lefties in the lineup today for Roseburg. He'll pull one right side, bouncing to Johnny King. Fields in the outfield grass and fires to first for the final out. So a quiet bottom of the second for Roseburg. A couple of ground outs to Johnny King at second. And they go down, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Through 2 innings, it's 1-0. Roseburg in front on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
From a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to, by hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Top of the third inning, 1-0 lead for Roseburg. First pitch swinging, that ball fouled down the right field side. As we start the top of the third, strike 1 to Davis Carr, the left-handed hitting DH. Facing the right-handed thrower, Austin Takahashi. Pulled that one and landed just in foul territory down the right field line. Takes low and outside for Carr, the 7-hitter in the lineup as we start the third inning. One pitch fouled away for a 1-2 count. And Carr, second team All-League outfielder last year for this North Medford club that placed 5th in the Southwest Conference. And then they this year rallied to win the conference title. Carr, a senior this year. He takes the 2-2 high and away from Takahashi, and the count will go full. Quite the turnaround for Coach Curtis and the Black Tornado. 3-2, fouled away. But the Southwest Conference has been very competitive year in and year out, and a lot of times finishing 5th doesn't necessarily mean you were a bad team, just meant you probably faced some good competition and didn't get things to roll your way every time. As another foul ball on the 3-2 pitch, Carr continues to battle. It's kind of the case for Roseburg this year. They look like a conference champion contender much of the season, and then just a cold streak here at the end, and they could finish in 4th. As another ball fouled away by Carr, his battle continues. Roseburg was right there with North Medford and Sheldon and South Medford for the conference title, and they're on a 4-game losing streak right now. And just things have been kind of bouncing the wrong way for him. 3-2, inside, a leadoff walk to Carr. That was quite the battle there from Davis Carr. Fouled off a number of pitches.
Next batter, the third baseman, number 1, Colton Morgan.
Fouling off a few pitches there and was able to battle his way to the walk. Second walk in the game for Takahashi. He'll face Colton Morgan. Squares to bunt. Pushes it first base side. Picked up by Johnson. He will apply the tag. Looks back to second where Davis Carr is on safely. Colton Morgan sliding, trying to get underneath that tag. Does not. One away. Sacrifice bunt.
Number 9, Easton Curtis.
Moving the runner into scoring position. That'll bring up the 9-hitter Easton Curtis, starting left fielder today for the Black Tornado. He squares to bunt and takes high. One-0 delivery. First runner into scoring position for North today. Pitch outside. That'll get by. Burke will chase it to the backstop, and now up to third base with just one out goes Davis Carr. So that will put some pressure on Roseburg here. North Medford trying to tie this one up. Ball gets away from Takahashi. Breaking ball ducking out of the way goes Curtis. Just one out on the sac bunt by Colton Morgan. Sac fly here could tie this ball game up. Would tie this game up. Just outside on the... It was a 2-1 count. I had that wrong. So 3 balls and a strike. 3-1 pitch. That ball popped up. Foul territory. Johnson might have a play up against the fence. Makes the catch. He'll run it back in. And that's a big boost for Roseburg. Get the second out on a ball that was not deep enough to try and drive in the game-tying run from third. Easton Curtis fouls out and brings us back to the top of the order. With 2 down, Johnny King will try to see if he can get a 2-out rally going. He takes the first pitch for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Breaking ball. Tails away and disappears on King when chasing low and outside. He's got the 0-2 count now. On at third is Davis Carr after a leadoff walk. The 0-2 pitch to King. High and inside. Fastball. Couldn't get the hitter. Go chasing at something up at the eye level. Takahashi with the 1-2. Ground ball towards short. Brooks Avery over to Johnson for the final out, and Roseburg will hang on to that 1-run lead with some defense behind Takahashi. Here in the top of the third, no runs on no hits. There were no errors, and 1 man left on for North Medford. Go to the bottom of the third, still 1-0 Roseburg on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.
Today's ball game sponsored by Dr. Lanson Randall, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or call him at 541-378-6694. Roseburg leads 1-0. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Hunter Fullerton leading things off for the Tribe. He squares to bunt and will push that foul down the first base side for strike 1. Roseburg so far 2 hits in the ball game, a single by Eli Jacobs back up the middle, and then a bunt single by Austin Takahashi. Roseburg has squared to bunt a number of times. That was an issue on Tuesday against Willamette for Roseburg, a game that they let get away from them in extra innings, but they had a lot of opportunities to try and score and just could not get down a bunt. Fullerton will not show a bunt this time, takes outside for a 1-1 count. Today in the Southwest Conference, you've got South Medford hosting Willamette. South Medford trying to clinch their automatic playoff spot. They should be in no matter what, though. Pitch inside, 2-1 to Fullerton. Yesterday, Sheldon beat Grants Pass in a doubleheader, 11-1 and 6-4. They moved into second place, but they've played more games. They finished up their league schedule. 2-1 pitch, fouled the way out the right side into the grandstands for Fullerton. So right now it's North Medford at 14-2. They've clinched the league title. Sheldon at 11-7 in second place. Then South Medford at 10-6 and Roseburg at 9-7. That's your top four in the standings at the moment. 2-2 pitch from Daffrin. One hopper, backhanded at short by Retigliano. Throw to first is on target to get Fullerton. One away. Top of the order, Eli Jacobs will stand in, 1-for-1 today. Jacobs came into today's contest, batting .258 for the Tribe. First pitch. That ball softly hit towards center, but it's going to carry enough out to Aiden Horsley. 2 down. First, I thought maybe just a chance at a bloop single out to shallow center field, but Jacobs didn't quite get in. He got more than enough and didn't quite get enough to get it over the top of the center fielder. So 2 down. Brooks Avery struck out swinging the first time up. Breaking ball got him all twisted up at the plate. He'll stand in with 2 outs and nobody on. Takes outside. So North Medford, based on standing-wise, today's ball game does not do anything to take away possibly the chance of winning the conference title. They've clinched that. So 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. But Sheldon in second. They're hoping that South Medford drops 2. Roseburg trying to hope for the same thing. 1-1 pitch outside Avery. Roseburg will finish either 3rd or 4th in the conference standing. 3rd gets you the automatic qualifying berth, but the at-large teams get in. If you're in the top 32 of the rankings, and Roseburg at number 15 right now to start the day, they should be a pretty solid team to get in as an at-large team if they don't get in with the automatic qualifying spot out of the conference standings. 3-1 count for Avery as he takes high and inside. So Roseburg will be 3rd if they can finish above South Medford. It is a strike on the 3-1 pitch. Avery thought it was ball 4. He'll have to retrieve his bat. Roseburg would need to sweep North Medford and South Medford to lose at least one time today against Willamette to get the 3rd place automatic qualifier. If that doesn't happen for them, they'll be the 4th team and get in as an at-large team. It doesn't really matter either way. It's a ball fouled down the left field side on the 3-2 pitch to Brooks Avery. Finishing 3rd just means you know you're in. Finishing 4th, Roseburg knows they'll be in there anyways. All it will come down to at that point is their power rankings. So, and those rankings will freeze next Thursday. At the plate, a 3-2 count here for Brooks Avery. 2 outs, nobody on base in the bottom of the 3rd. A 1-0 lead for Roseburg. Check swing off the hands to the backstop. So really, when you get down to it, the biggest thing about today's ball games for Roseburg is that if they can win against North Medford, who's number 5 in the rankings, that would help boost their RPI just a little bit and try and help secure them a home playoff game in the first round. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him with the off speed. The changeup swung through it. Avery goes down with his 2nd strikeout of the ball game. That'll finish off the 3rd inning. Roseburg does not threaten. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on through 3 innings of play. It is a 1-0 ball game. Roseburg in front of North Medford on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
First pitch to Frankie Ritigliano from Austin Takahashi fouled away as we start things here in the fourth inning. A 1-0 lead for the Tribe. A 1-1 count now for Ritigliano. Today's game sponsored by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Talk will miss outside to Ritigliano, who's 0 for 1 today with a fly ball out to left field. Beautiful sunny day here in the Umpqua Basin. Not a lot of breeze to speak of. There's a strike called on the inside corner at the knees. Just kind of a light kind of breeze going through, but nothing too stiff at the moment. 2-2 pitch. Fouled away by Ritigliano. Live video streaming of today's ball game. If you're listening on the radio with us, you could be watching online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel. It's sponsored by the Cow Creek Tribe. 2-2. Ooh, breaking ball over the plate must have just been a little high. 3-2 to Ritigliano. Got him to reach for it. Bounding ball up the middle, off the glove for Fisk into center field. Would have been a tough bang-bang play to first, but on with the first error of the ball game will be Ritigliano. That ball bounding up that middle of the field. And I think Fisk was realizing he was going to have to field and get it out of the glove quickly, and he just short-armed it a little bit. First pitch, inside, ball one to Horsley, who grounded out to second his first time up. Out of the stretch here for Takahashi. Pickoff throw, knocked down. Good play at first by Jake Johnson. That ball short hopped to first, and Johnson had to get some leather on it. Did, knocked it down, and that kept the runner from having a chance to try and advance. 1-0, blowing outside, and Burke thought he lost that ball behind him. 2-0 count. Horsley at the dish. Throw over to first, gets away. They had the runner picked off, and now he's going to get multiple bases out of this. St. Clair will back it up, throws back in. And Roseburg, unfortunately, an error there, now finds themselves in a sticky spot here. Ritigliano was dead to rights at first. If that throw had not gotten away, Roseburg would have had Ritigliano off the base, but the throw got away, trickled all the way into the bullpen for North Medford down that right field side, and that allowed Ritigliano to take two bags. 2-1 pitch, ground ball up the middle. That'll drive in a run, and we are tied at 1-1. An unearned run for North Medford. Horsley drives in Ritigliano. One out. Base is empty, and it's a 1-1 ball game. That brings up Jeremiah Robbins. Robbins struck out looking back in the second. Takes high. Feels like he's been on the team for ages, but Robbins, only a junior, swings through, strike one. He's a hitter that he's got some pop in that bat. He has done damage against Roseburg during the Legion season, during the high school season. We've seen him do some dangerous stuff at the plate as he takes inside 2-1. Timeout called. Parker Burke going to head out to the mound to talk with Takahashi here momentarily. Today's contest also sponsored by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Couple of errors here in this fourth inning for Roseburg. A run coming in for North Medford. 2-1 pitch, fouled away. 2-2 for Robbins. Out of his windup, Takahashi. Misses just off the edge. Home fans not happy with the strike zone at this point in time. Dugout's definitely been a little vocal down there for Roseburg. 3-2 pitch, fought it off the hands. Johnson will get it. Underhand flip to Takahashi at first. And there are 2 down. 2 away, Trey Newman will bat.
Number 16,
Newman 0 for 1, a ground out to third. First pitch swung on and missed for Newman. North Medford right now number 5 in the power rankings. That was a really good spot for them. Ball hit out towards right center. Eli Jacobs with his speed able to race underneath it for the final out. That'll do it for the top of the fourth, but a bit of a misplayed inning for Roseburg. A couple of errors. Bring in a run, and we are tied at 1-1. 1 run on no hits, 2 Roseburg errors, and nobody left on base. It's 1-1 going to the bottom of the fourth on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Senior day here from Champion Car Wash Field for the Roseburg Indians as they welcome in North Medford to finish out the league season. Roseburg will not have any more games coming up before the playoffs. They've got next week off. For North Medford, they've got a game against Redmond scheduled for next Wednesday, a non-leaguer. Austin Takahashi will lead things off. His senior day bio, third-year varsity player as an infielder and pitcher. Plans on attending the University of Portland to play baseball and major in business. First pitch from Daffrin, swung on and missed. Big cut out of Takahashi there, who's trying to get his bat going once again. Been a struggle not only for him, but for everybody on the roster. Swings and fouls off an off-speed pitch from Daffrin, 0-2 count. Taka was joined today by his parents, Tricia Takahashi and Miles Takahashi, sisters Isabel and Kayala Takahashi, and niece Kaylia. As swing and a miss, strike 3. Down on strikes goes Takahashi. That's 4 in the ball game for Daffrin so far. 1 away. Noah Fisk will bat. Drove in a run with a sac bunt in the first inning. Takes high. Noah Fisk one of 10 seniors on this year's team for Roseburg. The 1-0, taken for a strike. Fisk, his first year on varsity this year, he's definitely made himself valuable and gotten himself into the roster quite a bit, into the lineup this year. Been a reliable player to plug and play for Coach Thompson and his staff. He takes high, 2-1 count. Fisk, first year on varsity, plans on attending OSU to major in chemical engineering. The 2-1 pitch from Daffern. That ball out towards center field. On the run is Horsley, and he will get underneath that. Well struck ball there by Fisk. Just hung up in the air a little too long. 2 down. And it brings up Parker Burke, who flew out to center his first time up. And again, another senior on this year's team. Second year on varsity as a catcher and pitcher. Not gotten a chance to pitch this year, but that's how important he has been behind the plate for Roseburg. Stands in with 2 outs and nobody on base. First pitch swinging. He slaps out one towards right field. It will slice over to Trey Newman. And Burke has seen all of 2 pitches in this ball game. He's flown out twice. Roseburg unable to do anything to regain the lead. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We are through 4 innings of play. It's 1-1. North and Roseburg are tied as we go to the top of the 5th on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
In baseball, home plate is always 60 feet, 6 inches from the mound. But in life, sometimes your home plate needs to move. If you're planning to move, contact BTB Moving for help. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company. Call 541-315-0122 for help with your next move. BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
Today's ballgame brought to you by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda, it's different. Customer satisfaction is their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. Takahashi will face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the lineup for North Medford. First pitch swinging for Kellen Willer is fouled away, strike 1. Into the metal grandstands down to our right. We've got folks enjoying the shade back behind home here on a sunny day in the Umpqua Basin. Pitch low, 1-1 for Willer. And then got others that have decided to try and take up some spots in the grandstands in the sun. The ball hit towards right field. Dane St. Clair underneath it. 1 away. Right field can be an adventure here at Champion Car Wash Field. St. Clair, just his second start out there this year, but he handled that one pretty good. He waved his arms around a little bit. I kind of wondered if he had lost the ball, but I think he was just saying, I got it. 1 away. The lefty Davis Carr will bat, and he takes strike 1. Carr worked his way to a walk his first time up after a lengthy at-bat. Takes the 0-1 pitch and will go left side. Snagged by White. His throw to first in time. Jordan White with a great play, the senior, on the left side of the diamond. That ball made him range to the extreme, and he somehow gloved it. Was able to get his feet underneath him and throw on target and on time to first to get Davis Carr for the second out. That ball gets through. I don't know if Avery has enough time to get that ball over to first. And it would have been a much harder throw. As the pitch misses to Colton Morgan. Morgan had a sack bunt in the 3rd inning. And he's ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0. Line drive, left side will get in for a base hit. And Colton Morgan will have the first hit of the game for North Medford. They scored one in the fourth after a couple of errors. And Colton Morgan will have a bloop soft liner to left field. Just dropped it in. Pretty easy hitting there. Gets on with a single. 1 on, 2 away. Easton Curtis will bat. He popped up in foul territory in the third. He will hit one hard out towards left field. Underneath it, Hunter Fullerton. And that wraps up the fifth inning for North Medford. Still a 1-1 ball game for North. No runs on one hit, no errors, and one man left on. To the bottom of the fifth we go on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
From a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to, by hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Bottom of the fifth inning, game one of today's doubleheader between North and Roseburg. Wrapping up conference play on a beautiful day in the Umpqua Basin. Joey Keyran here with you. Today's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans. Give them a call at 672-5701. First pitch, strike one to Jordan White, who will lead things off here in the fifth for Roseburg. Dominic Daffern on the mound gave up 2 hits and a run in the first inning, and since then, it's been all zeros on the board for Roseburg. Fought off a pitch, right side for White, rolls it to King at second, and for a second time in the ballgame, Jordan White will ground out to King for the first out in an inning. Here in the bottom of the fifth, Roseburg sending up their 6, 7, and 8 hitters. 1 out, it'll be the 7-hitter, Jake Johnson, struck out swinging in the second. First pitch high from Daffern, 1-0 count. Johnson, just a sophomore, had a great start against Willamette on Tuesday, went into the 9th inning in that game before he came out after a leadoff walk. Unfortunately, took the loss in that game as he fouls off a pitch. Things kind of fell apart for Roseburg in that one, and I didn't realize it live on the air when it happened, but the go-ahead run came in, the throw to the plate. A lot of people telling me they thought the runner would have been out, but it hit off of the helmet for the catcher as Johnson's going to flare one out towards right center, drops it in for a base hit, and Jake will get his first hit of the game, and the third hit in the contest for Roseburg, a 1-out single, and the Tribe looking to try and get something going. Brings up Dane St. Clair, the right fielder. Grounded out to second in the second inning. The throw to the plate was from Eli Jacobs. It hit off the mask for Parker Burke. He tossed it right out in front of the plate, and it hit off the mask and got away. It was a real interesting scenario. It was a bunt, laid down third base side, picked up, throw to first, will be there in time. Sack bunt for St. Clair. 2 down. Johnson into second base. Roseburg going with some small ball there, trying to move a man into scoring position, but now it'll be up to Hunter Fullerton to try and see if he can keep the half inning going and move Jake Johnson around from second. Tie ball game 1-1. Roseburg threatening for the first time in a few innings against Daffern. First pitch to Fullerton is outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. Daffrin will take a look at second. King holding on Johnson. Ball fouled back for Fullerton. A 1-1 count. Hunter Fullerton, senior. First year on varsity, playing in left field all season long. Plans on attending UCC. Wants to play basketball for the Riverhawks and Coach Daniel Leeworthy. And plans to major in business. One of the seniors honored here today before the game. Trying to come up big here. The 1-1, a breaking ball for a strike. Bottom of the fifth. Live video streaming of today's ball game is brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. 1-2 count for Fullerton. Daffrin trying to leave a man stranded at second. Bounces one in front of home. Johnson will head back to second base. 2-2 count. RBI opportunity here for Fullerton. RBIs this season brought to you by BTB Moving. If you need help with your next move, they'll provide the labor. 541-315-0122. 2-2 pitch. Fullerton lifts it towards left field, but this is going to be right to Easton Curtis for the final out. Put the ball in play, gave themselves a chance, but it goes right to the defender, and Roseburg will leave a man at second. No runs on one hit. There were no North Medford errors. One man left on. We're through 5. We go to the top of the 6th. 1-1 ball game between Roseburg and North Medford on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.
Leading things off for North Medford, top of the order, Johnny King at the plate. A 1-0 pitch from Takahashi will miss low and outside. 2-0. 1-1 ball game here to begin the 6th. 2-0 from Tak. And King slides back out of the way as that pitch inside. Tak lost the handle on that one. And King will be ahead, 3 balls, no strikes. Johnny got on with a walk in the first inning, but was picked off at first base by Takahashi. 3-0 pitch from Tak. In for a strike. (3-1) delivery. Ground ball right to Noah Fisk. And gets it over to Jake Johnson for the first out. So King was ahead 3-0 in that at-bat. Took a ball that he thought was ball 4, ended up being strike 1, and then on the 3-1, grounds out. That's a win for Takahashi. He'll face Frankie Retigliano for a third time. First pitch, a breaking ball for a strike. Retigliano grounded one to second base. I mean, it would have been a close play at first, but it goes off the glove into center field for Fisk, and I put it down as an error. As a ground ball rolled to Avery. Avery gets it to Johnson, who stays on the bags. He has to stretch towards right field for the second out. And there's 2 away on a couple of ground outs. Brings up Horsley, who's 0 for 2 with an RBI.
Next batter, number 4, Aiden Horsley.
1-1 ball game here. Been a pitcher's duel for both sides so far. Inside with the fastball there for Takahashi. (1-0). Breaking ball out in front, got a piece of it for Horsley and fouls it over the right side bleachers. Yesterday, Roseburg softball was hosting North Medford for their senior day doubleheader. It's a breaking ball lifted out towards left field. Hunter Fullerton will call for it, calls off Jacobs, and it's a 1-2-3 frame at the top of the order for Austin Takahashi. We'll tell you more about that softball doubleheader yesterday as the Indians celebrated their seniors on the softball team. We go to the bottom of the sixth, still 1-1, Roseburg and North Medford. Here from Champion Car Wash Field on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Bottom of the sixth inning here from Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field. Today's game brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Leading things off, top of the order, Eli Jacobs for Roseburg. On the mound, still Daffrin throwing for North Medford. Gets a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Jacobs goes chasing. Jacobs 1 for 2 in the game with a single in the first inning to lead off the day at the plate for Roseburg. He's got the 0-1 pitch here from Daffrin, who works out of the stretch with nobody on, misses high and away. 3 hits for Roseburg in the game, 1 hit for North Medford. 2 errors proving big for the Tribe. A 1-1 count here for Daffrin. Jacobs fouls off the pitch. Eli Jacobs, another one of the seniors for this team. Second year on varsity as an outfielder. Also played football for Roseburg. Plans on attending a trade school for business marketing and advertising. 1-2 pitch. Fouled away. The off-speed pitch has been big for Daffrin today. That's been a go-to for him on the strikeouts. Gotten a lot of Roseburg hitters out in front. The 1-2. Check swing on the breaking ball in the dirt. Tag applied by Robbins, as the home plate umpire says that Jacobs went around on his check swing. Strikeout.
Batters number 2, Brooks Avery.
That is number 5 on the day for Daffrin, and that was another off-speed breaking ball pitch that had the Roseburg hitter out in front fooled. A couple of strikeouts on the day for Brooks Avery as he fouls off the first pitch. Avery, a junior, coming into today, was leading Roseburg in hits with 21 on the season. His 0-1 pitch from Daffrin. Swung through. Avery trying to find something at the plate to go right for him here. But he's behind the 0-2 count. Will have to protect against Daffrin, who's been able to get a lot of hitters to chase and miss. Not missing, but not getting all of it there. Avery stays alive with the foul ball. Trees rustling out in the distance beyond the outfield fences here at Champion Car Wash Field as the breeze just kind of makes its way through, making for a real comfortable day at the ballpark. The 0-2. Off-speed pitch, fouled away, third base side for Avery, able to get a piece of it to stay alive on the 0-2 count. It's going to be warm today, expecting upper 80s, maybe hitting 90. Definitely feels warmer down on that turf when temperatures start rising. But for the fans in the stands, I'm sure real comfortable today. The 0-2 outside. Couldn't get Avery to chase. And the battle continues for Daffrin and Brooks Avery. One-two delivery. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Brooks Avery. Oh, he thought maybe that was the third out. He tossed things away, was expecting to head out to the field defensively, but it's only out number 2. Frustrating day to start things off for Brooks Avery. Brings up Austin Takahashi with nobody on and 2 away. First pitch to Talk low, right at the shoe tops. 1-0 count. Talk 1 for 2 today, swings through, strike 1. Last time up, struck out, but had a push bunt for a single in the first inning. Actually, I guess it was a pole bunt for the lefty. Pulled it down that first base side. 1-1. Talk dribbles that one foul left side. Dominic Daffrin on the mound, the right-hander, trying to get through the top of the 6th inning to make that the bottom of the 6th inning. High for a 2-1 count. Right now, Austin Takahashi trying to get something started, see if Roseburg can go with a 2-out rally. Trying to give himself a lead here going to the 7th. 2-2 outside. Three and 2. Full count pitch to Takahashi. Fouled away. Stays alive. Roseburg's last, actually for both these teams, the last game back on Tuesday went to 9 innings. Roseburg lost in 9. North Medford won in 9 innings. 3-2. Strike 3 call. Talk goes down looking. He thought it was ball 4. He'll head to the mound to take it to the 7th in a 1-1 ball game, trying to keep it 1-1. For Roseburg in the 6th, no runs, no hits, no errors. Striking out the side, Dominic Daffrin. Top of the 7th when we return on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Go to the top of the 7th inning for North Medford, number 8, Jeremiah Robbins.
Top of the 7th inning, a 1-1 ball game between North Medford and Roseburg. It'll be Jeremiah Robbins to lead things off for the Black Tornado. Takes low and outside from Austin Takahashi. Did see some action in the bullpen for Roseburg. As a 1-0 pitch, misses high and inside. Jordan White was throwing in there. Any pitching changes are brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be. 2-0. Robbins gets under, lifts one out towards left field. Long run. Hunter Fullerton overruns it, and that ball goes over the fence for a ground rule double. And that bright blue sky, Fullerton a little bit too aggressive, overruns the play, reached up, could not pull it in. And that'll be a leadoff double for Jeremiah Robbins. As it bounces over the fence, that probably helped Roseburg out. Robbins will stay on a run for himself. Thought maybe they look to go to a courtesy runner, but they stick with the catcher out at second. So leadoff double puts a man in scoring position. The go-ahead run at second for North. First pitch misses, ball one. Breaking ball. Trey Newman at the plate. Third time through the lineup here for North Medford. Working out of the stretch for Takahashi. That ball lifted towards right field. St. Clair drifting back will catch. The runner tagging and heading for third will get there. And so Newman won't get credit for a sacrifice, but he does a job moving the runner 90 feet closer to home. One out, a man at third. That's the go-ahead runner for North Medford. So they try to score late and take the advantage. Kellen Willer will bat. He is 0 for 2 on the day. He's looking to put something in play. He'll square to bunt. Puts it down first base side, and North is going to take the lead. Nothing much more that Jake Johnson could do on that one. As it trickled down the first base side, he thought maybe it might go foul, but just nothing to do on that one. As it stayed fair, he had to scoop it up and make the tag. So a sac bunt for an RBI for Kellen Willer. And North Medford will score the go-ahead run. 2 outs, 2-1 North in front. At the plate, a 1-0 count here for Davis Carr. He'll dribble one right side, coming in. Fisk, throw to first in time. Not a lot for North, but just enough as they will get one. Fisk retires Carr to finish things off in the top of the 7th, but a leadoff ground rule double by Jeremiah Robbins will get North Medford in front. Roseburg needs 1 to keep the game going, 2 to walk off with a victory. Back with the bottom of the 7th on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
In baseball, home plate is always 60 feet 6 inches from the mound. But in life, sometimes your home plate needs to move. If you're planning to move, contact BTB Moving for help. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company. Call 541-315-0122 for help with your next move. BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
We get a call to the pen for North Medford here in the 7th inning. They will call on the relief. That's Trey Newman that will try to close this one out for North as they lead 2-1. Before we get things started, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball on the Score. It'll be Roseburg's first look at Trey Newman on the mound. He will try to close this one out. It will be a save opportunity for the Black Tornado. Newman will face Fisk, Burke, and White. The pitching change brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be. Stop by and visit Mountain Mike's at the corner of Bellows and Harvard in Roseburg by the 124 interchange with I-5. And right there by Roseburg High School. So 6 innings of work for Dominic Daffrin in the position to get a win here today. And a save opportunity for Trey Newman. He will be a right-hander on the mound facing Noah Fisk. First pitch low and inside for Newman as we get things underway in the bottom of the 7th. North with 1 run in the top of the 7th. Pitch low, 2-0 count. Roseburg scored 1 run in the first. North got 1 in the 4th and then added 1 in the 7th. Low and inside for Fisk, and Newman falls behind 3-0 against Roseburg's cleanup hitter. .30 delivery. Does catch the zone for strike 1. 3-1 count for Fisk. Roseburg needs 1 run to force extras, 2 to walk off. 3-1 pitch, high bouncer through the middle of the infield. It gets by Johnny King. Won't get out of the infield, but on safely is Fisk. Base hit for Noah. That ball took in-between bounce over the top of Johnny King, charging in to try and make that play. And he just kind of got caught on the in-between hop, and it skipped right over the top of him almost. It might have taken his hat off. That or him trying to stay out of the way of getting hit in the face. Lost his hat in the process there. A visit out to the mound for North Medford. Game-tying run on at first for the Tribe. Parker Burke will bat. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of fly ball outs. For yesterday, Roseburg softball against North Medford. We wanted to recap that. It was senior day. Game 1 was a close one, but Roseburg fell 5-3, and then in Game 2, North with all the momentum won 10-0. So Roseburg softball finishing with a couple of losses against North Medford, but they should be good to get into the playoffs as an at-large team here coming up. Burke at the plate, does square to bunt. He takes outside, throw back to first. Not going to be there. 1-0 count for Parker Burke. Roseburg trying to manufacture a run here. Burke shows a bunt late, takes low. Today's ball game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. And by our friends at Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. 2-0 pitch for Burke. Squares, takes for strike 1. Newman toes the third base side of the rubber, big right-hander. Burke will push it first base side. Going to be fielded, or race to the bag in time. Willer will retire Burke at first. Up to second base goes Fisk with 1 out. Sack bunt for Parker Burke. Puts a runner in scoring position for Roseburg, and now they've got to try and come through. Got to execute here. Jordan White. With Newman on the mound, that means a new right fielder. Try and get you all squared away there. Jordan White, a couple of ground outs to second base. He'll do it again. Grounds to King. He goes to a knee, fires to first, and they get the second out. The positive there is Fisk moves up to third base. He's 90 feet from home to tie this one up, but Roseburg down to their final out, and it'll be Jake Johnson to try and come through for the Tribe. In right field now, defensively for North Medford, is Davis Carr, the DH coming into the ballgame. Defensively. 2 down. Foul tip on the first pitch, strike 1 for Jake Johnson, who is 1 for 2 today. Flared a single to right field his last time at the plate. Roseburg looking for anything to help them here. Pass ball, wild pitch, a hit, an error. All they need is 1 to keep this game going. 0-1 pitch from Newman. Johnson goes chasing high and inside. Could not hold up on the 0-2 pitch. Excuse me, the 0-1 pitch. Now it's 0-2 for Newman. looking to close this game out with a save. RBI opportunity for Jake Johnson. The 0-2. Got a piece of the breaking ball to stay alive. RBI opportunity here. Noah Fisk waits at third. He has the only RBI on the day for Roseburg. RBIs are brought to you by BTB Moving. They provide the labor services for your moving needs. Find them on Facebook at BTB Moving. 0-2 pitch out of the windup for Newman with 2 outs and the tying run at third. Ground ball, first base side, scooped up, and to the bag goes Willer. And that will finish off the ball game. Roseburg will fall 2-1 against North Medford. Roseburg out hits North Medford. Austin Takahashi with a great performance on the mound, but the Tribe unable to keep North Medford down for too long. 2-1 your final score in game 1 of today's doubleheader. North Medford comes away with the win. And we'll have all the final numbers for you here in just a moment. We'll go ahead and take the timeout here. Let's go ahead and make it a 3-minute break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the numbers and get you ready for game 2 of our doubleheader. Final score again, 2-1. Back after this on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate! Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Back here at Champion Car Wash Field, where Roseburg will fall to North Medford in Game 1 of our doubleheader. Game 2 will be coming up in about 25 minutes from now. Final numbers, 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base for North Medford. 1 run on 4 hits, 2 errors, and 3 men left on for Roseburg. A well-played first game of this doubleheader, but unfortunately 1 inning with a couple of, it was close. It was just a game where Roseburg was right there in it, but the 4th inning, a couple of errors end up being costly. First error allowed a runner to get on, and then a pickoff throw that gets away on a runner that would have been dead to rights at first. So he got on with an error, then could have been picked off, but the throw gets away, gives up 2 bases, and then it was an easy ground out to bring in a run for North Medford. That tied it up at 1. And then in the 7th inning, a fly ball deep to left field that overrun by Hunter Fullerton. If he makes that catch on that first play, not to say that it was easy, but if he makes that catch, that's your first out, and Roseburg maybe keeps North off the board in the 7th inning, and that would have maybe kept this game going. But unfortunately, the ball bounces the direction for the Black Tornado, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. And Roseburg's in the midst of this now 5-game losing streak where just the ball hasn't always bounced their direction, and they haven't gotten a lot of those things to go their way. And they'll try to turn their luck around in Game 2 here coming up. But 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base for North. 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors, and 3 men left on for Roseburg. Dominic Daffrin gets the win, improves to 7-0 on the season. He, through 6 innings, gave up 1 run on 3 hits, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. Trey Newman will get the save. He pitched 1 inning, gave up no runs on 1 hit, no walks, no strikeouts. Austin Takahashi, a stellar start, unfortunately, takes the loss. He drops to 2-4 on the season. 7 innings, gave up 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. Looking at the offensive numbers in Game 1 of our doubleheader, Johnny King, a walk, goes 0 for 2 today. Frankie Rutigliano, 0 for 3 with a run scored, reaching on an error. Aiden Horsley was 0 for 3 with an RBI. Jeremiah Robbins, 1 for 3 with a run scored, had a double. Trey Newman goes 0 for 3. Kellen Willer goes 0 for 2 with an RBI on a sac bunt. Davis Carr, 0 for 2 with a walk. Colton Morgan, 1 for 1 with a sac for a Feist bunt and a single. And Easton Curtis was 0 for 2 in the ballgame. On the other side for Roseburg, Eli Jacobs, 1 for 3 with a run scored and a stolen base. Brooks Avery 0 for 3 today. Austin Takahashi 1 for 3. Noah Fisk was 1 for 2 with a sac bunt for an RBI and a single. Parker Burke goes 0 for 2 with a sac bunt. Jordan White 0 for 3. Jake Johnson 1 for 3. Dane St. Clair goes 0 for 1. And Hunter Fullerton was 0 for 2 on the day for the Tribe. Roseburg scored 1 in the first inning on a sac bunt by Noah Fisk after Eli Jacobs got on with a single, stole second, moved to third on a single by Takahashi, on a bunt single by Takahashi, and then Fisk brought him in with a sac bunt with 1 out there in the first inning. That RBI, again, brought to you by BTB Moving, providing labor services for your moving needs, veteran-owned and affordable, dependable, efficient, and careful. Senior and veteran discounts are available. Book now at 541-315-0122, or you can find them on Facebook at BTB Moving. Also today, so Roseburg scored the 1 run in the first inning, but then were held scoreless the rest of the way. Got a hit in the 5th and a hit in the 7th, but that's all they could manage. Left 2 men on in score. Actually, left 3 men on base in the game, and all of them left on in scoring position. For North Medford, they would get 1 in the 4th. Rutigliano got on with an error. Moved all the way to third on an errant pickoff throw. Scored on a ground out by Aiden Horsley. And then in the 7th inning, Jeremiah Robbins, a ground rule double over the left field fence. And a fly ball out to right field, moved him up third, and a sacrifice bunt by Kellen Willer brought him in to score the go-ahead and winning run. So that's how Game 1 of our doubleheader plays out. Game 2 going to be coming up here in just a few moments. For those that are watching online, we're going to finish the broadcast of Game 1, and we'll start a new one for Game 2. If you're on our YouTube channel watching there, just go back to our main page to find the broadcast for Game 2. If you're watching on 541radio.com, we appreciate that. You'll be able to find the Game 2 broadcast embedded on the same page that you found the Game 1 broadcast. So we will end things there, get a new one started for Game 2 of our doubleheader. We'll have that coming up for you here in just a few moments. When we come back, we will have a conversation. We will finish the conversation we had with head coach Troy Thompson that we didn't get to play in the pregame show, didn't get to finish all of that out. We will pick that up as he's talking about the Roseburg seniors this year, his thoughts on those guys and what they've meant to this program. So we'll have that for you coming up. We're going to go ahead and take a 4-minute break, and we'll come back with the broadcast for game number 2. If you're here on the radio with us or if you're listening online, just stay right where you are. This is Roseburg Baseball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Copy. So 4 minutes here for me.